like, oh my God, I'm so in love. I found you finally. You make me wanna say,
The ball forward to Hooper. Hooper now inside the 6.
We welcome you to our season opening edition of the Aggie Soccer Show. Alongside our head coach, G. Guerreri, I'm Will Johnson. We will be here throughout the year to talk all things Aggie soccer, and it got underway this weekend. Two big matches out at the West Campus. North Carolina, the number one team in the nation, was here on Friday night. Then it was St. John's on Sunday afternoon. And, Coach, your team got off to that start against the Tar Heels. It's a tough test against a fantastic team to get your year going, but you guys always come with a strong schedule, and this is definitely a measuring stick to find out where you are to begin your year.
Well, it is, and we are playing the toughest schedule in all of college soccer this year, and it starts off with a bang with number one, and the good news is that we have a chance to play them at home, and we were excited. We were really excited going into it. I know there was a great buzz in town going into the match. The way that the game started isn't exactly the way we drew it up in the locker room. We came out in the match. Carolina really did a great job of coming out and setting the tone. Kind of an issue of kind of punching us in the nose and putting us on our heels a little bit. No pun intended. And then they score. They scored in the third minute, and that was a bit of a shocker to some of our players. But it came off of a free kick for us that we didn't hit as long as we needed to, and it set up a counterattacking situation that they went down the right side of the field, brought it central, played it across the field to Klingenberg on their left flank. We were slow to step up and put any pressure on her, and she looked up, and then she basically dropped a bomb from about 30 yards, upper corner to the far post, and it's a thing that we had control over stopping, but it was still a heck of a good goal, and again, it's one of those things that we can clearly learn from. The problem that we had was that we didn't create enough chances ourselves. The shots in the game was 17 for them, 15 for us, but we didn't have enough chances that were dangerous. We had two good opportunities. One early on in the first half, where we were able to play Whitney Hooper in behind their back line. She's running onto it, and she takes her shot, goes for the back side of the goal, and misses wide out for a goal kick. Another great chance, Alyssa Motz gets the ball just outside the penalty area, turns, fires a half volley, and hits the crossbar, comes down, hits their goalkeeper in the back of the heel, and instead of going into the net, it goes out wide for a corner kick. Another golden opportunity for us that we just were an inch or so off of. And we had a lot of other chances. I thought we came out and played much better in the second half. One of the best saves that I've ever seen on this particular field was made by Anna Seeloff, the Carolina goalkeeper. Merritt Mathias gets in and just outside the 18-yard box hits a ball that is a wicked, dipping, hard shot that their keeper just gets a fingertip on, puts it into the crossbar, and it comes out, and we can't finish it off. But one of the nice things about college soccer is you do get to come back in about 36 to 40 hours and you play again. And it's a test of your fitness. It's also a test of your character on who's going to be able to come back. And this team has got a lot of character. And in the second match, up against a team that was in the NCAA tournament last year from St. John's, a real quality Big East team, we were able to come out and really put things together. We outshoot them 27-4 on the day. Really a good day of possession for us in the midfield, and 3 goals that we were able to get in behind them for good shots. The first one set up by, again, Merritt Mathias, who's able to turn, spin, put a ball in behind the St. John's defense that Alyssa Motz, a world champion for the United States, runs onto. Goalkeeper comes out, and Motz a really well taken ball to finish it and roll it into the back post. And then in the second half, it kind of turned into the Whitney Hooper show. A great counterattack that started from one of their set pieces that Lindsay Ganatzig brings out, knocks it to. And Whitney Hooper runs a 4-2 flying 40. She can just about fly. And this was a great situation for her in the open field. Gets past the goalkeeper, slots into the open net, and that makes it 2-0 and much more comfortable. At that point, I was able to make a lot of substitutions and really kind of use the Texas sun to our benefit against a team from New York who maybe isn't used to a 105 heat index out there. And then finally, the last goal, our captain, Amber Ganatzig, real nice ball that plays Hooper in behind again, but a ball that wasn't played so much into space but into her lead foot, and Whitney goes in and just beats the keeper one more time to make it 3-0. And their goalkeeper played great. Beth West had created some great opportunities, and the keeper was equal to the saves. 3 separate times they either cleared balls off the line, the goalkeeper made saves, and even a saved penalty kick on their side to keep the game a little bit closer than really it was.
And certainly agree with you about the second half against St. John's. Whitney Hooper with the 2 goals. What could be in store for her in 2010?
Whitney Hooper is one of those people that has, in her career here at Texas A&M, absolutely taken over games. And this is a good weekend for us. I know our fans might be a little disappointed because we dropped the first one, and I think we came out with a bit of a thud for the first half, but I thought our players responded well and responded well all the way through the weekend. And really now it sets us up for another big weekend here with the Aggieland Invitational, when we've got, again, more NCAA tournament level teams coming in, and for us, 2 big games against Virginia Tech and Washington State.
We will discuss the Aggieland Invitational when we come back on the Aggie Soccer Show, plus the great crowds that turned out for the Tar Heels and the Red Storm. Back in a moment.
The Aggie Football Show with head coach Mike Sherman is your all-access pass to Texas A&M football. Join me, Will Johnson, for exclusive interviews, highlights, and behind-the-scenes footage of all your favorite coaches and players. Tune in to hear Coach Sherman's breakdown of the team's performance and everything else surrounding his program. Check your local listings for air times or go to AggieAthletics.com for program information. Don't miss an episode. Watch the Aggie Football Show with head coach Mike Sherman every week throughout the fall season.
Welcome back to the Aggie Soccer Show. Coming up this weekend, the Aggieland Invitational. Coach just mentioned quality competition, as the Aggies always face during non-conference play. And I know you'll like a big crowd coming out to the complex, and you had them this weekend. I mean, Carolina, you nearly see 3,000, right at 3,000 at the match. It's about 105 in the afternoon on Sunday for the St. John's match. I mean, that Texas heat, it's searing all of us, but still over 2,000 come to the match. They responded for opening weekend.
Well, they really do. And, people talk about the 12th man. If you look at Aston Villa, they have signs up on that they're the 12th man, or, the Seahawks and all that. But really, there's no place that is really the history and the tradition of supporting its athletic teams like A&M. Obviously, the support that Aggies have for our football program is legendary, but really the same type of reputation around the country for the support for soccer. And the cool thing is, with having a nearly full house on Friday night and so many people who came out on Sunday, our students aren't even here yet, and they don't even get here until this week. So the neat thing is that it's going to get even better.
And they'll certainly get a chance to see some great soccer this weekend. Aggieland Invitational. It's Virginia Tech Friday night at 8 o'clock. They were ranked 15th during the opening weekend of play. Washington State is your Sunday opponent. They were number 21. You'll welcome some fish campers out on Friday night. Just another chance to watch a top 10 Aggie team get this season going and unfolding against the best of competition.
Well, and that's one of the things I think is really fun about this weekend. It's not just the fact that the students are back, but the students are back and we have 2 great games. Virginia Tech is a terrific side. They're a Sweet 16 team last year. They're a team that beat North Carolina last year. They're very athletic. They're very fast. In the way that they play, and they're an attacking team who can come at you from a lot of different ways. So it's a tough match. Now I know that we're going to have about 6,000 or 7,000 people out there, which is really exciting for us. And the talk all around the country is the kind of crowds and specifically the student support that comes out to our games. And it's not just students sitting on their hands; it's students that are absolutely involved in the match, and we purposely put them close to the field. We want that energy that comes off of the fans to go through our team, and it's a huge lift for our girls, and I know it's a huge lift for us, and it's one of those things that we're one of the only teams in the country that we actually have to practice how we get our communication across the field, because maybe it's good for the girls, but they can't hear a word I say, and they can't hear anything. They probably think it's very peaceful out there, but it's so much fun to be a part of. And myself, Phil Stevenson, and Lori Stevenson, our coaches, and we pinch ourselves all the time. It's like, gosh, how lucky are our players to be able to play in front of this, and to be able to be in this type of environment when it really matters. And against Virginia Tech, it matters. And when Washington State plays us on Sunday, that's another game that really matters.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to the weekend out at the Aggieland Invitational as well as the rest of this season. And thanks so much for the time on installment number 1 of the Aggie Soccer Show.
Great, thank you.
G. Guerreri right here on the show. We will see you next week.